have a captive audience from who are stakeholders and who know more about the sector than I do, place before you a few propositions. And I believe in some respects they are self-evident truisms. One, already alluded to, that today we are the world's third largest domestic civil aviation market after the United States. First China and then the United States. But let me say, as everyone seems to agree, that within a very short period of time, we will be the world's third largest civil aviation market in overall terms. Point one, or submission one. Submission two, when everyone said that the pandemic, the COVID pandemic was a major disruption, well, I think that's an understatement, if one can be called that. It was perhaps something as disruptive. I was ambassador in Geneva and New York when we dealt with H1N1, SARS, Ebola, but this was more like the Spanish flu of 1918. But contrary to all the prophets of gloom and doom, including some of my friends in the political arena, especially on the left of center liberal variety, we have not only been able to weather and navigate through that turbulence, but today in terms of domestic civil aviation, we are almost at pre-COVID levels. These days, when we get a figure of 300,000 passengers a day, we started with 30,000 on 25th May when we opened up after a total lockdown. We are not happy, we are a little disappointed, because the Secretary and I have been thinking that we would have reached 350,000 by now. But we've always covered ourselves, qualified anything that we say. It depends on the behavior of the virus. So if a mutation or a new strain comes in, there's a little bit of hesitation, but let me stick my neck out. By the time we open the summer schedule, I believe on 1st April, we will be at full pre-COVID levels of domestic traffic or even higher. That civil aviation is a critical driver of economic growth, there has never been any doubt in it. Between the years 2013 and 14 and 2019-20, our domestic growth has been 14% per annum. The best year was when we had, with just a 7% penetration, which means out of 100 only 7 people fly, we had a 17% rate of growth, but on an average it comes to 14%. Even in the pre-COVID times, if you leave out the first quarter, that is April, May and June of 2020, and look at it after that, there is a sharp recovery. Commensurate with the growth potential of the Indian aviation sector in the next 20 years, we will need something like 1,750 to 2,100 aircraft valued at roughly US $290 billion, with an estimated 100 deliveries each year